It is Wednesday night, and it's time for Super Geeked Up!
Woo!
What's up, everybody? This is Super Geeked Up, your live weekly geeky pop culture show. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jeff. I'm joined by my co-host, Jordan.
Hello.
He is. On tonight's show, we're going to be talking Captain America Civil War, so we're going to do a little review of that. We're going to reveal a scene that you didn't see in Captain America Civil War. We're going to do it live right on our show here tonight. And we're also going to do some superhero tweets. We're going to talk about what certain characters would say in a wedding toast. So lots of fun. We got some cool guests here. I'll introduce them briefly. We have Fernandez.
Hello.
Oh, that was a very deep voice. Ooh, that's like very white there or something, right? We have Josh Hawks.
I'm over here. Hi.
And we have Dipu Bhattacharya. And I said it wrong as always.
Close enough.
All right, good. Thank you guys for stopping by. We're going to talk more about what they're up to and where you can check them out a little later in the show. But we like to kick things off with the Geek Tweet of the Week.
And
hey, Jordan, what's that?
I'm coming. Give me time. Our Geek Tweet of the Week is, let's say you had to put together a team of any 5 Marvel characters to fight in Civil War. Who would you choose? Jeff, who would you choose?
Oh, going right to me. All right. And by the way, if you haven't already sent your answers in, tweet them to @SuperGeekedUp, #SGU. My characters are Rogue, because she's one of my favorite ever, and she's super powerful. And she can also take any other character out by touching them. She kind of takes herself out, too, a lot of times, but at least it's 1 for 1. Spider-Man, Jean Grey, have some like mental psychic powers, Black Widow, and here's the one that nobody else says, but she's one of my favorite characters, and she doesn't get a lot of play, but Domino, if you guys know who Domino is, who she used to hang around with Cable a lot, but like Domino, she's a kick-ass like mercenary, but she also has like, her ability is basically luck. Things just work out for her, basically.
I want her powers.
I know, right? That'd be awesome. And I never talk about her on the show either, so I'm working in Domino. There we go. That's my choices. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing over there. Jordan, what are your choices then? I want to hear yours.
My choices? I'm going to be really generic. Like, you went with all these, like, great people, and I went super generic. I went with Iron Man, which, by the way, if this was my team, I have to disclaim this right now, and this was my Avengers, I'd be Black Widow, so that's why she's not on my list, because if I was there, I'd be her. So I'm just
well, you cosplay as Black Widow.
I do. So, yeah. I do. So I'm just saying that's why she's not on my list for disclaimers, because I'm her. So it would be Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Ant-Man, and Vision. I only added Ant-Man in because he would be so funny.
Those all dudes, right?
Those are all dudes.
Is this just a team that you want to sleep with? Is that what that was?
No, okay, disclaimer, if this was I wanted to sleep with them, the Winter Soldier would 100% be on there. Oh. I'd be bringing out Loki. I'd probably keep Captain America. I don't know if I'd keep Iron Man, but I mean, like, I'd really just want 3. Like, I really would just want Winter Soldier.
Well, and technically Marvel does have the Star Wars comics, so Kylo Ren could be in there.
Oh my God!
That's true. The love of her life is Kylo Ren. If you haven't seen the show before.
Oh my God, he's my boyfriend.
I wish you hadn't said that, Dipu.
Oh my God. Right there. I just need him then. Well, actually, I really like the Winter Soldier and Loki. They're both so yummy. But if I could have those 3, and if you don't notice, there's like a theme with them. They're all like tall, dark, and brooding.
But Captain America's not. I'm surprised you picked him because he's such an apple pie nice guy.
No, I wouldn't want to have sex with him. I just want to look at him.
Oh, all right.
Because he's a little too vanilla.
Picture him as you're having sex with Loki.
I would only really, like, if this was just my sex team, like if it was the sex Avengers for Jordan, it would just be Winter Soldier. Oh my God. Kylo Ren, my boyfriend, obviously. I couldn't leave him out. And Loki. That would just be the 3 that I need. That's it. Like, I don't need anybody else. Like, I don't need to fill up I only have so much stamina. There's only so much Jordan to go around. I can only handle the 3 boys.
It's what I'm telling you on the rope, but I just want to have sex Avengers because we got to do that as a segment sometime.
The sex Avengers.
All right, let's go to some of Twitterers. Yeah, I don't know if I say that. People on Twitter who tweeted in. I added the adipose says Hulk, Captain America, Black Bolt, Deadpool, and my nuclear option Rogue. That's where I got my Rogue option from. Who's Black Bolt? Anybody know? No?
No idea.
All right. If you're watching, let me know. Carlos Ramirez says Hulk, Deadpool, Black Widow, Spider-Man, and Iron Man. Hunter's Realm says going with slightly different choices: Grey Hulk, She-Hulk, Colossus, Spider-Man, the Miles Morales version, and Sleepwalker, who he had to remind me is a character from the 90s who came out of his body at night and became like this kind of, I don't know, a phantom apparition type thing or something. I remember reading that, actually, in the 90s.
The 90s in comics.
Yes. The 90s were great, man. So many awesome artists came out in the 90s.
They had in the 90s.
Oh, shut up. Stop reminding us how young you are.
I love the 90s.
I don't want to hear how young you are. All right. Francis, what are your choices?
Oh, man. All right. So I had Moon Knight for my ground level.
Oh, Moon Knight.
Yeah. Marvel.
Everybody was so, like, they were, like, all of your answers are, like, so awesome. Like, here I am, not original. I'm just, like, knocking off the Avengers. Because, like, I was thinking, like, Avengers. Like, Avengers. Like, I wasn't really thinking, like, all of Marvel.
It's fine. You had the Sex Avengers. It's all good.
You know what? Actually, fuck you guys. That's all I need is my fucking Sex Avengers. There's nothing else I need in this world. It's other than my Sex. You guys fight it out. You guys have the Avengers. I'm going to be somewhere else. The Sex Avengers.
All right.
That's, by the way, yeah, we like to have guests on the show so we can say, fuck you guys, and you're stupid. He's only got one answer out so far before you interrupt him. Keep going.
I got Wolverine as my second one. He's got to do what no one else can do, and he's good at it. We need the magic guy, of course, Doctor Strange. Got to have him on the team. We got Magneto. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Magneto, just in general. And it's not all dudes. I have Spider-Gwen kind of coming up on number 5. And I recently read her latest comic, and I love it. So I'm a big fan of Spider-Gwen.
That was a nice eclectic mix. I like that, sir. On Twitter, Marsha McHale at the Always Geeky tweets in, Jordan, Kylo Ren is mine girl. Back off. Uh-oh.
Oh, lady, you don't want to start with me? No. I will get ratchet real fast. I'll get ratchet real fast.
Anthony Davis at Lister's Main is also watching live. Thank you, sir. And if you are watching live, you can tweet in. We're talking, if we had to pick 5 Marvel characters fighting a Civil War, what 5 would we choose? At Super Geeked Up, hashtag SGU. Josh, who are your choices?
I picked Deadpool, War Machine, Spider-Man, Black Widow, because I like redheads, and Dazzler.
Nice, a Dazzler. I don't know why, but that's awesome. Although I like Dazzler. I like Dazzler.
You gotta throw Dazzler in as much as possible.
Did anybody guys play the old X-Men arcade game? I would always play Dazzler, actually, in that game. Let me share some more tweets here. Cinema OTR says Scarlet Witch, Mystique, Hulk, Professor X, and Deadpool. But he said, give me 6 hours and I'll change my answer. I think a lot of us would do that. Kate at Trekkie 1000, Black Widow, Elektra, Captain America, Hawkeye, Spider-Man. I like how she's put Elektra in there. Elektra's great. Geekery and Vogue. I'm pretty sure my Avenger Dream Team would be Wasp, Black Widow, Black Panther, Captain America, and Captain Marvel. And Dipu, what about you?
Well, I don't know my Marvel as well as my DC, so I was going with some more obvious ones. You got Wolverine, got to go Magneto, got to go Iron Man, Spider-Man, and let's just throw in the Hulk.
Oh, I love it.
And also on Twitter, Flawless Victory. This person did a villain team: Green Goblin, Doctor Doom, Doc Ock, Mephisto, and Galactus. That's actually quite the villain team there. And Johnny Arcade says mine would be Psylocke. Psylocke's so hot. Psylocke, Iron Man, Shuma Gorath, Cyclops, and Dazzler. She threw one in. I don't know. I don't know Shuma Gorath. No. All right. People are stumping us for a couple today. If you're watching, let us know who these people are, folks. All right, so those are some good teams. Sex Avengers. I'm going to be thinking about that all show now.
I'm going to be thinking about the whole show.
Okay, yes. All right, great. I'm not even going to go there. Not even going to. All right. I'm
not even going to. He says,
hey, here we go. Ellie at Geekery Vogue tells me who Black Blot or Black Bolt? I don't know. It said Black Bolt originally. I pronounce it Black Blot. I don't know. Anyway, is an Inhuman Atalan from Fantastic Four with a supersonic voice.
Oh,
supersonic, what, Black Canary?
Like
maybe. Black Canary's cool. I'm going to retweet this, though. There's a link she sent. Thank you, so people can read all about this character. I was going to say Black Bolt is way better than Black Blot, whatever the name is. So I'm hoping it's Bolt.
It's a Rorschach test.
He just holds that up and sees if you can interpret it or not correctly. If not, he like takes you in and punches you in the face.
His arch enemy, the sponge.
Listener's Mate says the She-Hulk and the Orion slave girls from the Star Trek comics ain't a jade skin goddess. All right.
I think
he likes his girls in green. Okay, there we go. There were some good Marvel teams. We're going to be talking about Captain America: Civil War a little later in the show. And she says Black Bolt. Typo, my bad. Okay, good. It's Black Bolt. That makes me happy.
Blot.
Blot.
That.
All right, guys. So we got some more stuff coming up, but now it's a time for a game we haven't done in a little while. It's called Tangent Tales, which everybody is very excited about. Francis in particular. So he's shaking his head.
After the last time that we did this, I should not be allowed to play.
Oh no!
See, I was actually gonna throw it to you first, and then I realized exactly where it's gonna go. So I don't know if I want to do that or not.
It probably should definitely not be thrown to me first, because right out of the gate, it's going to be probably go into the Sex Avengers side. I mean, what did we do last time? We did Batman versus Superman, and I took it into a closet with
it was Batman
Catwoman.
and Superman, and Catwoman was there. And as soon as it went to you, you're like, and Batman and Catwoman go into a closet and they start banging each other. Yeah. Stop doing that. Jesus. Come on.
It's not like the comics didn't do that, so.
Mm.
Right, it's not like it's out of this realm of reason. And first of all, you know what you did with me. You've known me for at least a year, and you should know by now. Actually, we don't
it doesn't surprise me at all.
Good, I'm glad. But I feel like that's kind of a challenge. I need to come up with something even more profound, because I can't.
They're going to say profane, because that's usually what you are.
No, I meant what I said.
All right.
Wait.
I can't wait.
Let's start
Anyway,
this is
how this game works. So I'm going to start a story. It's actually based on Civil War, the characters at least from it. And so I'm going to tell a little bit of a story, and then at a certain point, I'm going to kick the story over to somebody else on the show right here. They will have to continue the story from where I left off. They will then continue the story for a little bit. You're basically free to say whatever. You don't have to do it very long. It's kind of up to you, wherever it takes you. And then at any point you will then throw it to somebody else. Okay? So we're going to keep passing the story on to each other, and then we're going to see what kind of a crazy mess this becomes, okay? And after everybody's gone through at least once, then anybody from that point on can end the story if they feel they have a good way to end it, all right? Or even a bad way to end it. So I always tell people, feel free to do whatever you want. A lot of times people, they'll bring in other characters into it that don't start with there. We'll go into parallel universes, or we'll go into space. Like the TARDIS gets involved somehow. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want, basically, okay? It's very open to whatever you want to do. All right, everybody ready?
I'm beyond ready.
Or
All right, here we go. The streets look like a battlefield. Through the swirling smoke, two groups emerge. Captain America stands like a beacon of hope, with Hawkeye, Falcon, Ant-Man, Winter Soldier, and Scarlet Witch behind him. Across from them hovers Iron Man with his team of Black Widow, Vision, War Machine, and Black Panther. All are bruised and battered, but ready to go another round. As they tense their muscles, ready to launch themselves at each other, Spider-Man swings in, lands in between them, and says, "Hey guys, I have a great idea. Instead of pummeling each other, let's settle this by..." Dipu, take it away.
By talking it out like adults, like I am, because I'm clearly an adult and not a young hero who is probably younger than most of you out there. So I would like us to sit down at an Applebee's and have a nice discussion. So is anyone? I have reservations for 7. I don't. That's not enough, is it? So who is somebody not able to go? Maybe you have a conflict of some sort. And my car is kind of small, so I can't really take everybody. But I guess some of you can fly. So who's up for that? Anyone? Francis?
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, Batman and Superman are watching this film. They look at the screen longingly, saying, "Maybe we could have done that. We really could have done that." But instead, we had the same mom. Well, we had the same mom's name, at least. Yes, said Batman. Very stoic and very serious. Yes, Martha. And for the next half an hour, they just reminisce about their mothers, lovingly and kind of creepily, actually. It gets a little overblown when all of a sudden, out of nowhere... Josh, go ahead.
The Sex Avengers show up.
Oh, yes! Yes! I was totally going to go there!
And women rejoice everywhere. The Sex Avengers costumes are suited for the job, as scantily clad as the reverse of comics are drawn. If that made sense. Then that's when the battle gets weird. And I have nothing to go on.
Okay, Jordan, take over.
Black Widow turns towards the Sex Avengers. She's overcome. There's 3 amazingly sexy men just standing in front of her. Their long black hair is really just overwhelming, to be sure. She looks at Kylo Ren, and although she's madly attracted to him, he seems a little bit moody, and she doesn't know if she can quite handle that at this very moment. But God, look at that Winter Soldier. Look at he just looks so dirty in a way that she needs to bathe him. So she walks up to him, takes him by the hand, and leads him away from this fight because she needs to bathe him and touch him in all the right places and make all of the pain from his eyes go away. So as they're leaving, you hear all of the Avengers, including Hawkeye, be like, "Where are you going? What are you doing?" And she's like, "Mama's got needs." Mama's got needs. And that's when, Jeff?
All right, just so I know, that was Black Widow walking off with Winter Soldier. Is that what just happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To bathe him because he's dirty, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and she needs to touch him in all the right places.
Okay. As Black Widow and Winter Soldier walk off, Kylo Ren sobs and kneels to the floor because that's all he knows how to do is cry. And he whines about how he didn't get the girl and he killed his father and what a pathetic Sith he is, or whatever the fuck you want to call him. And as he is whining, Pigpen from Charlie Brown comes in. and Black Widow says, "Oh my goodness, you're even way filthier than Winter Soldier." So she goes off with him.
Don't do it!
Not to have sex, just to actually clean him up. And so with
You would not!
and,
Black Widow would not leave for the sex!
hey, I'm telling the story. And as they go off, we cut back to Batman and Superman watching this still. And they got so turned on by the Sex Avengers, Francis?
They turn to Wonder Woman, who looks at both of them and says, "No, I don't think so," and flies off to meet up with the Winter Soldier to pick up where Black Widow left off.
Fuck you! Stop it!
And as Wonder Woman bathes the Winter Soldier in herbs and spices, I guess.
That's two?
Well, you never know. Kylo Ren, in his dramatic voice, wanting to be part of this party, tells them, I see if I can do the voice. No, I can't do the voice.
Do it.
Yeah, so Dipu, what does Kylo Ren say to these people?
Where? My daddy didn't love me. Hey, wait, aren't you Scarlet Witch? And aren't you Scarlett Johansson? Hey, you're both Scarlets. Will you go out with me?
Oh.
Meanwhile, Spider-Man is waiting at the Applebee's, and nobody else has shown up, and there won't be incomplete parties, so he's 5 minutes away from losing his table, longingly staring at a plate of appetizers.
Oh.
That's the true romance in this.
All right, is that the end?
No, let's go one more. Sorry. And Who hasn't gone yet?
Go back to Jordan.
Jordan. Oh, okay.
And she stuffs her
God,
face.
we have to stuff my mouth full of food.
All right, Josh.
So then Kylo Ren joins Superman and Batman in their Hall of Depression.
Oh.
And continues to watch the ending of this flick, which is quickly approaching. It seems that the Sex Avengers have run out of steam and run out of female characters.
Jesus.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Wait, no, let's get Jordan.
Jordan, sorry.
All right, at that exact moment, they start feeling that they're being watched. So Iron Man tracks the camera because he knows that somewhere out there they're being watched. So next thing you know, Batman and Superman are overtaken with all the Avengers. They're there. They've found a new target. And it just trails off.
Oh, I see. You set up for a sequel. That's very smart.
Yeah.
What will happen next?
I don't know.
Dun, dun,
I really wanted to take it to a sex place, but I knew that I wouldn't be done for another 10 minutes at least.
Yeah, okay. Good move.
And neither would they.
That was good.
All right. Good job, everybody. That was a very entertaining story. Let me share some tweets. The awesome @Failheart, who does the Bring the Game Twitch, which I've done a couple times. It's awesome. She's fantastic. She's watching live for the first time. Thank you for watching. She tweeted a couple things. She actually says, thanks, watching now, but I think I joined at the most awkward moment. It was in the middle of all that, our tale there about Sex Avengers. Then she quotes, she needs to touch him in all the right places. And then she says, can I get bathed in herbs and spices, LOL. That's a Francis special, I guess. He knows how to.
That's what I do, I guess.
Herbs and spices.
You really felt like you wanted to make him into soup.
Yeah, that's what he wanted to do. And Ryan at Lanier says Deadpool should show up and mock Spider-Man. Oh, poor Spidey. Oh, I guess at the restaurant by himself at Applebee's.
How did we not bring Deadpool into the Sex Avengers?
Well, but who wants to have sex looking at that fucking freak, right?
No, but he would have brought himself in.
My
that's
taste
right.
was very limited, and for the Sex Avenger, it was just very narrowed. It had to be tall, dark, and handsome, and a little bit mopey. Like, they all had to have, like, borderline, a little bit of, like, issues going on. A little bit of issues.
Well, you're right. All those characters do. Kylo Ren, Loki, and
we never even
Soldier have
talked
issues going
about
on.
Loki. First of all, Loki should have said something. He should have been like, humans, take me. I don't know. It needed to do something. I just really want to braid his hair.
Humans, take me.
Well, because I was going to be like, you puny humans, like, you know, the whole scene with, like, the Hulk, where then the Hulk, like, smashes him around.
Yeah.
But, you know.
All right. Very good.
You probably
All
should
right,
say you puny humans right before you sex them. Try to sex them.
Okay. We got some geeky news coming up. We're going to do some other games. But first, if you're watching the recorded version or listening to the podcast, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll see you back right after this. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Welcome back to Super Geeked Up. This episode of Super Geeked Up is supported by our super geeky Patreon, Maria Duran and Team KLI. They provide real-time marketing and relationship building that gets results. For more about how they can promote you, your business, or your show, visit teamkli.com. Thank you so much, Maria. All right, let's talk more to our guest here. So let's start with Francis and Josh. Why don't you guys got, seems like a million podcasts you're doing, but why don't you guys talk about a couple of them at least? Francis, why don't you kick us off? What are you guys up to?
Sure, yeah. There's actually a couple of podcasts that Josh and I do together, one of which is called Back When We Were Interesting, a podcast about nostalgia. As a matter of fact, we just recently did an episode about old TV theme songs. And we
got to watch that one.
Yeah, we got to talk about yeah, we don't show our mugs on our podcast, but we were able to talk about a lot of different shows like that. So that's kind of one of our favorite ones to do. And Josh, we also do another one. What is that one, Josh?
The show is called Conwiz. It's a show about all the shows that Points of Interest covers as press.
Yes.
So Francis and I do quite a bit, and some of the other hosts around the network also have press access or press credentials. Mm-hmm. And it's just a show to showcase where we've been and what we're excited to go to, and some of the shows that might be around you.
Yeah, and what we experience especially. Like we get to do a lot of weird stuff as press at these conventions, and it's like, oh, hi, they actually allow us to talk to these people. That's amazing. So it's a lot of fun. Just to kind of wrap up the monthly podcast. So
yeah, it makes it easy because it is once a month.
Yeah. Oh man, boy, that's a nice relief than doing something weekly. But yeah.
Let me talk about you guys in a second. Failheart from Bring the Game says, I love the shout out. You guys are doing a great show. Glad I made it tonight. I'm glad you made it as well. By the way, the Bring the Game Twitch folks will be on guest on our show next week, actually. So we're going to do some gaming fun next week. So Francis and Josh, I actually met at Emerald City Comic-Con where we're doing Super Geeked Up. And that's actually true because they basically decided to take over the whole meetup events, apparently, when I walked in and just run things themselves. But I was actually very glad I ran into you guys because it was awesome meeting you there.
When we walked into the Flash and Arrow meetup, it was 10 tables, 10 groups of people either talking amongst themselves or just staring at their phones. Yeah. And Francis and I mean, I can't totally speak for him, but I was feeling total chaos in there, and something needed to happen, and
so they brought in the sex offenders.
The sex offenders came, and I had a camera around my neck, so I was like, I'll take pictures, and I'll let Francis use his hand gestures to control the crowd.
Oh yeah. No, it was. I've been to meetups before, and I think it's a really good idea to have those at conventions. And I couldn't stand it. No one was talking to each other, so I had to kind of wrangle them in. So it was a lot of fun to kind of get everyone talking about two of my favorite shows. Well, Arrow, I don't know about that so much anymore, but Arrow and the Flash. And
Flash is amazing.
Yeah,
I still like Arrow too, but Flash is amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, and then you came in because I let them out early, and I apologize for that. I'm like, hey, get out of here, and you come in after I tell them all to go home. So
that's right. But then the three of us got to have a nice chat.
Yeah, good timing.
And then these guys came to our Super Geeked Up show the next day and did some nice pictures and video. They were awesome. So thank you guys.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Only panel I went to the entire weekend.
Oh, that's nice. Only panel he went to. That's right. He knows good stuff when he sees it.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Thursday, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Where can people check out your podcast?
You can find everything that we do at pointsofinternestpodcast.com. Also at POI Podcast on the Twitters.
Or
nice.
if it's like me, sinceresarcasm.net, if you just like me, because I'm special.
Because who would like Josh? They just obviously like you.
Well, there's a lot of truth to that, actually.
Ow.
It's like on this show with me and Jordan. Obviously, I'm the one people like.
That's the only reason they tune in. Me, they're kind of like, I wish she'd go away. Her and her boobs.
Yeah, that's actually not true because she was gone for a couple weeks, and then everybody was like, "Oh my God, thank God she's back."
Which, by the way, I have to say to everybody that tweeted in that they were excited that I was back, that made my absolute day. I was so excited about all the outreach. It made me so happy. So thank you to everybody that missed me and, tweeted in. That was awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yes, you guys rock. And Jordan's going to talk about a special contest.
Actually. So last week
not yet. Later, we're gonna talk about it.
You're gonna tease them like this?
Oh, okay. To tease away. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Oh, fine. All right. So, guys, is it every week you do your podcast?
Yes. Back When We Were Interesting is every week, and we do conventional wisdom once a month at the end or the beginning of the month, depending on our schedules. But yeah.
Sweet. All right, and also we have another special guest, Dipu. I'm not going to say his last name because I butchered every time. Just Dipu. Dipu, tell people about what you're up to.
Well, I'm a co-creator, co-producer, writer, director, or I'm one of the writers, the directors, etc., all of that, 1,000 things on the web series The Pantsless Detective, which is what we call a comedy noir series. It's an airplane-styled comedy, but with film noir sensibilities, like Casablanca or any detective flick from the 40s, and we're black and white, and we're set in the modern age, but we're not it's kind of whatever we feel like at the time. So if you like dry humor, you check us out. You can find us on the YouTubes and the Facebooks and the Twitters.
Yeah, just pantslessdetective.com, right?
Yeah, and if you search on Pantsless Detective on Facebook and YouTube, whatnot, yeah, we're easy to find.
Awesome. That actually sounds like Pantsless Detective. That I think the Sex Avengers could maybe make an appearance if there's no pants.
I was just saying that. I was trying to be respectful, Jeff. I was trying to be respectful.
Well, you don't have to be respectful of Deep. Who cares?
Not with the comedy, you don't.
I felt like a little puppet master pulling some strings, like kind of pushing me towards the sexual things. Like, he always sets me up for this stuff. Like, has anybody out there noticed that he'll do something or he'll make some sort of, like, game that obviously my mind is going to go right to sex?
That is totally untrue, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, no, it's freaking dating, geeky Tinder? Really? Really? Jeff?
I don't. That's a very wholesome game that I think kids should play all the time with their parents. I don't know what you're talking about.
For the whole family! Because nobody that goes on Tinder is not looking for, like, a one-night stand or some raunchy night. Like,
I am looking for a nice lady to cook some pies with and go to a baseball game.
All right, ladies, if you swipe right to his Tinder,
I actually don't really like baseball.
know
so
that it's going to be a very G-rated experience.
I actually just want to go to a Comic-Con with a girl. That's what I want to do. To be honest with
Are you on Tinder, Jeff?
I need a geeky. We need to do a real geeky Tinder.
Yeah, we should. We should probably.
I came up with that game. I've never used Tinder actually.
Have you? Well, you can do the sci-fi speed dating.
I've done that.
That is kind of like geeky.
I've done that twice, 2 or 3 times actually.
I
even recorded myself doing it once. I talked to the guy around and we kind of did a thing.
I did it once. It was a good time, but haven't done it since.
All right, yeah. So people who don't know, sci-fi speed dating, they do it at some of the cons. They used to always do it in New York Comic Con. They probably still do. It's basically speed dating, but for geeks. So yeah, you'll sign up. You're at a con and you have like 30 people in the room, and you get like. What is it, like 2 minutes, I think? 2 minutes?
About 3 minutes.
3 minutes, you talk to the person, boom, rotate to the next, and you do that, and in the end, you see if you made a connection with anybody.
It's crazy.
I actually got a date out of that.
That's encouraging.
Yeah.
That was very convincing.
Well, I mean, I figure you only have about 3 minutes to sell yourself to somebody anyway. You really only have about 30 seconds, but it's a good exercise, if anything, to come up with 30 different introductions.
Mm-hmm.
From now on, when I do it, I'm just going to open with, what do you think about the Sex Avengers?
Yes.
I would fail at speed dating so bad because I feel like my opening 30 seconds would be so vulgar or something
that might work.
so
Oh, that's it. You sold them already, so you're fine.
Yeah, why would that be a problem?
I scare people. Like, I feel like I have a habit of scaring men that I meet because it's like I'm so much so fast. Like, Jeff, you can say this. When you first meet me, I'm like kind of an overwhelming person to kind of take in. Like, I think especially if it's like
disagree with that.
If it's like, especially if it's like a nerd geek culture where I went into speed date, they would just be like, oh my god. Like, they wouldn't know what to do with me. And, like, that's 100% my type. This guy, actually, I was talking to some guy, and he, like, Snapchatted me a picture of him with, like, a full deck of, like, magic. Well, not a full deck. Like, all these magic cards. And I was like, yeah.
There you go, guys. Jordan likes geeks.
I do. I 100% like nerdy, geeky guys. If you've got long hair, if you're also Kylo Ren.
If you have a lot of issues and hate your parents.
If you killed your father.
Right.
And like emo music and cry a lot.
I probably would love them, yeah. That's probably.
Let me share some tweets here. Timekeeper shows us it's a Dipu sighting on SGU. Hi. Timekeeper Darren's one of our good buddies. Thank you for watching.
Hey, Darren.
Ryan at Lanier says, my 11-year-old nephew loves geeky Tinder.
Hey, that's disturbing.
Then he says, I'm just joking.
That's not encouraging.
Geeky Arian Vogue says, a geeky Tinder would be awesome. I don't care what Jordan says. I don't care what she says either. I don't think she was disputing that. I think she would like geeky Tinder as well.
Yeah. I'm not saying that it would be bad. In fact, I encourage it. I'm just saying that I'd probably scare a lot of people on there.
Yeah. I'm with you,
I would do it. I've never Tindered before. I've helped my friends Tinder, but I've never been on Tinder. But I would probably sign up for Geeky Twinder.
Twinder? It's like Twitter and Tinder to combined?
Yeah, maybe I'd find my sex Avengers. That's how I'd make my sex Avengers a thing, is on Geeky Tinder. I'd be like, all right, guys.
I hope this is the title of the show.
That's it. There you go. Yeah, we'll call it the Sex Avengers.
It should be. That guy's 11-year-old nephew will be like, what?
No. He needs to stay away from you. All right. So if you're watching live, thank you very much, folks. Again, you can keep tweeting us at Super Geeked Up, #SGU. We got some geeky news coming up. What are we going to talk about? We got some X-Men, New Mutants movie stuff. And we're going to talk about a new Zorro, a futuristic Zorro, actually, movie we're talking about in the news. Before we do that, a bit of sad news. And I'm sorry this is a downer, folks, but Dipu and I, we both were very good friends with someone in the web series community that just passed away a couple of days ago. His name was Carter Mason, and he was the founder of two things. The thing I first met him through was called JTS, Just a Story. And it's, as far as I know, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, it was the first basically subscription service for web series that existed online. So think of it as, you know how you subscribe to HBO or whatever else, or Netflix. This was a site just for web series. You can go and he had so many amazing web series up there. Dipu, your series was up there, yes?
Well, we were...
Or getting on the new thing, right? He was doing...
Yeah, getting there.
I'm sorry. All right, anyway.
Yeah.
But Super Knocked Up was actually had been up there for quite a while, and Super Geeked Up as well, actually, and it was really an honor to be on that site. He also had developed, he was working on a new thing called Flickstra, which Dipu was...
Oh, that was basically, he was trying to bring back special features from special edition DVDs and Blu-rays, because when you stream a show, you don't get behind-the-scenes stills or behind-the-scenes footage or the script or things like that. So what Flickstra is an app which brings all that back in. So you stream the episodes through the app, but you can also access all the behind-the-scenes materials.
Very cool.
And
I think he was a very visionary entrepreneur, and he was doing a lot of really awesome stuff within the web series community. Anthony Davis at Lister's Mate, who was one of our, he's there every week and was one of our greatest supporters. He actually said a conversation with Carter when he was on his show inspired him to make Web Series Friends Facebook group, which I think has so many, I don't know, over 1,000 people or something now. So he inspired him to do that as well. So Carter really just, I feel, represented everything that was right about the web series community, which obviously Dipu and I are a big part of. And what was cool is with JTS, he always put creators first. Like, he was always looking out for us, not trying to make money off us, but doing what's right by us, because he was one of us too. If you guys watch the show and know me, you know, as I'm wearing today, I like to wear my Superman shirt a lot. And one reason I like Superman is because I always view Superman as the hero that every other hero aspires to be. Like, he's kind of the best, and everyone else should be like him. I feel Carter was the one in our community that we all aspire to be. To put it simply, he was the best of all of us. And so besides being a great person, he was a great friend, and I'm going to miss him terribly. And one thing we're going to very much do is dedicate this episode to him, because he was just amazing. And sorry, and now, Dipu, do you want to add anything about Carter, or any tales?
Just really
tales that we can actually tell?
Well, yeah, that's when I saw him when he came to the Austin Web Fest last summer, he was having a good time, because there was a potential business partner who was buying rounds for everybody, and by the time Carter got to the after party, he was very happy. He was toasty, and so he had a good time, and I gave him a ride back to his Airbnb, and he was hungry, so we went through a Jack in the Box drive-through at like midnight, and he got 7 or 8 tacos, like the 2 tacos for $1 thing. He just got like a whole bunch of those, and and the nice thing about him was, it's like he was willing to support you. Like, I didn't want to be a jerk and like ask him like, hey, can you get us on the, can you stream our show? And so I was like, okay, don't talk business. This is just be cool. And yet on the drive, he eventually just on his own brought it up and started making plans for our show. So that's how Carter was. He's always thinking about other people and taking people in the web community, keeping their needs in mind and always trying to find the next best way to help everybody.
Yeah, and these are pictures I'm showing folks if you're watching the stream. Dipu, thank you for giving these pictures. That's Carter on the right there at Vancouver Web Fest. At this past one, right, Dipu?
A year ago. Yeah.
Oh, I was actually at that one then. Cool.
Yeah, that was the one you were at, yeah.
Now, Dipu, what's happening here? Is he doing karaoke?
Yeah, that was the first Vancouver Web Fest. They had a karaoke night, and so, yeah, he was singing Jimmy Buffett.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Let me just share here. Wait, let me share one picture of all of us here. That's coming on the screen. Yeah, that's actually. So there's me. Carter's right next to me, and there's Dipu and our friend Matthew Carvery. That's actually the last time we saw him in January, right, Dipu?
Unfortunately, yeah, for all of us, yeah.
But I'm very glad we got to see him one last time. He was doing quite well then.
Yeah, he was recovering from last year's, I guess, setbacks, but he was on the mend at that point. We're all hopeful.
Yeah, if you didn't, he died of cancer, is what it was, folks. So I'm actually going to be making a donation in his name to the American Cancer Society, which is actually one of the charities I give to every year. If you'd like to do the same, that's cancer.org is their site. Because I know there's so many people in the web series community who have been talking about how great he is, and obviously he is a very big part of their lives. So I'm sure some people like Anthony, he was very important to, who watch our show as well. So is there anything else you wanted to add, Dipu, before we?
It's been really awesome to see all the testimonials people have been putting up on Facebook, and all the lives that he touched.
Yeah. So and that's really awesome to see that, and so yeah. Thank you, Carter, just for everything and just being such an awesome person and friend and supporter of the community, and we will miss you very much.
Very much, yes.
All right. Thank you, folks. So there's no really good way to segue from that, so we're just going to go on to the next topic. So it's Captain America Civil War, which came out last week, obviously. And two of us, at least, have gotten to see that. I actually have not gotten the chance to see it yet.
Yes.
So we're going to do spoiler-free here.
Right.
So we don't run it for three of us on the show or anybody you guys watching or listening. And so Francis and Jordan are the two who got to see it. And let's see. Yeah, well, let's let our guest kick off with what he thought about it. And so, Francis, I guess maybe just overall or whatever you want to say about it.
Sure. I saw it twice.
Oh,
so
wow.
If that tells you anything. I saw it in the span of 3 days. I saw it twice. I had to see it again. It was, for me, just that good. I normally don't like to rank the Marvel films. I like them all. They're all fine. They're all good. But seriously, for those of you out there who really like the Winter Soldier, and the first Avengers, I guess, you'll get a lot of that camaraderie and that fun in Civil War. So yeah, definitely a great film for me. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. But that's my general thought, I guess. If you want as general as it can possibly be. Yeah, it was good.
All right, well, all right. So, Jordan, what did you think overall?
I absolutely loved the film. I went and saw it on Thursday. I had a premiere ticket, and it was absolutely amazing. Again, like, I don't want to give it too much away, but it was very comedic, but with like almost like a humanizing sense to it, and it was just awesome. It was cinematic. It was everything that the Avengers are and so much more. I have to like you said, I don't want to rate it, but honestly, because I like all of the Marvel movies a lot, like I love them so much, but this had to be probably in my top 3. Like, if I was ever gonna say that, it would be. It was phenomenal, and obviously a lot of people have seen the trailers, so there's some new characters that come into play, and I was just happy with the way they did everything. I hate to compare it to Batman versus Superman, but it was kind of like, we all have this like high expectation, and I was really let down with Batman versus Superman. This movie, Captain America: Civil War, did not do that. It gave me so much more than I was actually expecting. So anybody that has the opportunity to see it, I'm going to be seeing it again Sunday. It's just an incredible film. It's really amazing.
Are you inviting people on a date to go with you? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm
She's
single.
casting
so
for the Sex Avengers.
I'm very flexible, guys. So, which is maybe why I'm so into the Sex Avengers right now. I'm like, Mama needs love. So, treat me. Maybe we'll see what happens.
Oh, my
and it's
goodness.
going to be in the drive-in, so anything can happen. There's probably going to be alcohol in my cooler.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, you bring a cooler into the movie theater?
I do. No. I'm going to the drive-in.
Oh.
There's a difference.
Drive-in.
I'm going to the drive-in.
I'm like, you're like lugging this cooler past the ticket.
Drinking and driving is much better.
However, I'm not going to pretend that I did not sneak tequila in when I saw Star Wars The Force Awakens the second time. I did sneak tequila in, and also, disclaimer, I saw the premiere Thursday, so the day before it actually officially came out, and it was Cinco de Mayo. So I did have a couple shots of tequila and a couple margaritas, so I felt a little warm and fuzzy. So naturally, which maybe helped the height of it, was just great. I was just like, that's awesome.
All right. On Twitter, Ryan at Lanier says, I was going to see Civil War tonight, but then I would have missed Super Geeked Up. Ryan, you made the right choice.
Absolutely made the right choice.
That's a loyal.
It's amazing, but it's not Super Geeked Up amazing. Like, it's just not quite at that level. I wish it was.
Yeah. We're gonna maybe the next movie they can get to this level. And Carlos Ramirez, another one of our great viewers, says, I don't think Tinder is in South America. All right. Well, I guess I don't know if that's good or bad, actually. Maybe you're not missing anything. All right, I don't know. Anything else either you guys wanted to say? I mean, that is very spoiler-free. Thank you. Appreciate that.
There's a ton to say about this movie. I mean, the scene that they tease on the trailers and the commercials in the airport. I mean, that's worth the price of admission right there. And you can't help but compare it to Batman v Superman because it's two heroes.
It is
fighting each other. Like,
rivalry, and it's
you can't
conflicting. Yeah, you can't really talk about it a lot, like, without giving it away.
Right. But
like, as I want to like engage you and talk to you and be comparative but we can't because it gives out so much. So
that's true.
I know where you want to go with that. Trust me, I do, and I'm like, I want to talk to you about this. Like, we can.
All right, after the show, we can talk. After the show.
But, yeah, I mean, if anything, Spider-Man, great addition. I think the best iteration of Spider-Man yet. And, of course, Black Panther, awesome. Like, you can't go wrong.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. How do the eyes work on screen?
Spider-Man's eyes?
Yeah.
Don't really notice, other than the one scene, when he introduces himself, which everyone has pretty much seen. You don't really get to see the eyes really move too much. There's just too much going on.
Not really.
Yeah.
Nope.
On Twitter, Geekery in Vogue, Ellie says, I thought Civil War balanced all the supers' good sides and their flaws to make real characters and not so 2D, cough, BVS, cough. Yeah. If, by the way, we a few shows ago, we did, of course, a big Batman v Superman. Some of us hated it, some of us really liked it. So you can check that out.
Yeah, I agree with what she said. Like I said earlier, it definitely added like a humanistic quality to the movie. It did. It was good. All right.
For anybody, one last thing, May Francis, Civil War storyline in comics is actually one of my all-time favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Have you read it? Was it a decent interpretation of that? I guess.
I mean, yes, yeah. It's the best. It's definitely the best they can do with the material that they have. I mean, they really found a way to kind of bring all of the cinematic stuff together and form it into a very convincing Civil War. And even though some of the stuff from the actual comic book it didn't translate well because you need a lot more characters and a lot more history to kind of make that work. But otherwise, I think if you definitely stick with the cinematic universe, I think it was a perfect way to kind of bring the Civil War together. But yeah, I mean, it's the closest you're gonna get without having hundreds of characters on screen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys. I'm glad that's good. That makes me more excited to see it. All right. Let's go on. Again, Jordan's going to be doing just a few minutes of contest news. Stay around for that. It's very exciting. By the way, speaking of our awesome fans like Ryan, let me give a shout out to Kate at Trekkie 1000 who sent me a nice gift in the mail. I got it today, and this is awesome Millennium Falcon keychain.
That's awesome.
Nice.
There you go, folks. So thank you so much, Kate. You rock, and she sent me a nice card as well. And you're awesome. Love it. It's great. We are the best fans. It's great. All right. Next bit of news is there's a new Zorro movie coming. I'm excited because I've actually always been a big fan of Zorro. There used to be, growing up, there's a show on the Family Channel, actually, a Zorro show that I always watched. The Antonio Banderas Zorro I really liked a lot. With Catherine Zeta-Jones. But this one is going to be very different. So Gael Garcia Bernal, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is going to star as Zorro, but it's a futuristic reboot of the franchise. I'm trying to see if they actually tell us anything else besides that. Not really. It's basically taking the Zorro legend more or less, but just I guess putting it in the future. So that's very intriguing to me. I would watch a future Zorro. I don't know. Anybody else like Zorro or is excited about that or don't care? Or...
I like Zorro. It's hard to imagine how that's gonna work.
Oh.
I wonder if it's almost like gonna be like Batman Zorro.
It'll be a lightsaber.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Is like futuristic. You think lightsaber, even though that's in the past. But anyway.
Well, I mean, look, Sherlock Holmes worked in the 22nd century, so maybe Zorro can work. Never mind, no one knows that cartoon. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, no, I think Zorro would do fine. I guess. I mean, as long as Antonio Banderas is there to pass on the hat and the sword, I think I'll be fine with that.
Oh, would you like him to do that?
Sure.
Well, it depends how much in the future. I'm imagining quite a bit in the future. I guess it really depends how much in the future they go. Oh, wait, they can't. That was in the past. Unless he goes through time, maybe.
Oh, that's true. You're right. I guess
maybe he's a time-traveling Zorro, too.
It's a holographic representation of him passing on the
His great-great-great-grandfather left him this holographic image.
Yeah, there you go.
That he can interact with.
Yeah.
At Lanier says, Zorro the TV series rocked and loved the movies. All right, Ryan, good. You're with me. All right, cool. Next bit of news. There is, okay, well, real briefly, I don't think this is any surprise to anybody, right? But so first off, X-Men Apocalypse is coming out, I don't know, a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm loving the X-Men movies. But so if you've been following along, you're probably not going to be big surprised, but Simon Kinberg confirmed that the next X-Men after Apocalypse will be set in the 90s. Since they're doing a decade every movie, I think we all kind of assumed that would happen. Which is cool with me, because actually that's the time I read the X-Men the most was in the 90s, actually. So those are like the X-Men I know the most. So that would be pretty cool. And there's going to be a New Mutants movie, so a little bit of a spin-off of X-Men. I don't know a ton about the New Mutants. We were talking before the show. None of us really know a ton about the New Mutants. Supposedly, though, they've been tweeting out the images of the characters. Magic, Wolfsbane, Mirage, Cannonball, Sunspot, and Warlock. I guess are going to be the characters in that. If any of you guys know those. Cannonball, I know. The rest of them, not so much.
Magic.
Dipu's just shaking his head like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Warlock's the only name I've heard of.
Oh.
Yeah. At Failheart from Bring the Game says, Zorro, holy shit, but what? Futuristic? Oh, that sounds wonky. All right, that's one of my favorite tweets, just the way to read that, how that went in so many different places at once. Thank you. And Ryan at Lanier says, I love that Sherlock cartoon. There you go.
There you go. There, thanks.
And Anthony Davis wants to know, will Zorro meet the Terminator? Maybe. It's possible. It's in the future. Maybe Skynet. He's trying to take down Skynet with John Connor. Maybe he is John Connor.
No.
All right, I'll just stop. And the last thing is, I don't even know why I put this on. It's not really news, but I just wanted to share this with you guys. I sent them. I'll send it out online. This grad student at, I don't even remember what the hell he goes to. This is how good I know the news today. A grad film student made a trailer for Empire Strikes Back, but in the style of a James Bond opening sequence. Did any of you guys get to watch that?
I did.
I watched part of it, and it was interesting, and then it's like, Okay, I get it now.
Then you fell asleep.
I kind of lost interest after that.
I kind of concur with that. I got excited when when you first sent it to me, and I was like, oh, and then I was like,
yeah. Well, it was cool. It's kind of cool though. Applying that style to it was cool, I thought.
And the work was impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not a Bond fan, so that was a hard sell for me. Period.
I think that's my problem too. Is like I've seen like almost all the original Bonds, and I'm just never got into it whatsoever.
All right. Well, all right. That didn't. Nobody's thrilled about that. But whoever that person is, if you're watching, I'm sure you're not. But I enjoyed it, so good job.
Well, again, technically, it was beautiful.
Yeah. It was nice to look at. It needed more Sean
Sure.
Connery, I think.
For the first minute and a half, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, if it had a little Sean Connery and maybe a little,
A little Kylo Ren.
or yes, if it had a totally
Right. That's what it is.
Side boob, maybe.
Yeah, some shadow boob for sure.
Yeah, right there.
So, hello. A lot of people talking about Zorro. Sasha had her weirdness. Sasha, I'm glad you made it. Zorro, I don't know. I'm kind of meh, but I'll go see it. Failheart says, Sean Connery as Zorro made my fucking week. I'm still laughing. All right, nice. And Sasha says, can't wait for the Warcraft movies. All right, Sasha, wait, did we start talking about Warcraft? Where did that come from? I guess she's just so excited. That's fine. You can talk about anything you want. I guess she's excited for summer movies. That's what she's saying. All right, I'm cool. I'm down with that, Sasha. It's coming out this summer, right? Warcraft finally?
It is.
I assume
It's
so.
probably been like in the works for like 5 years or something. I don't know. It actually does look pretty good, though. I keep every year at San Diego Comic-Con, I see it at Hall H, so it's nice to finally come out. All right, there we go. All right, so now finally we can get Jordan to tell people about the special contest.
Well, now I don't want to.
Oh, that was a big tease. You're not going to tell them.
No, I'm so excited about this. So last week, if anybody tuned in and watched Super Geeked Up, I was kind of given the inspiration to make a T-shirt and a fun slogan, and it's kind of been brought up like a couple times, and me and Jeff talked about it, and we thought it would actually be super fun. So we're going to have contests going on, and there is going to be 3 slogans that can be chosen to which one's your favorite. So we're going to need everybody to go on Twitter. Everybody has to tag Super Geeked Up and me at Jordan X Noel. XX Noel? Is it XX Noel?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Jordan,
That's great. Jordan XX Noel.
Jordan so you have to tag us both, Super Geeked Up and Jordan, or at Jordan XX Noel. I can't. I'm so excited that I can't even talk right now. I'm so that excited. So you're going to need to tweet us in your choice and me and Super Geeked Up in order to be eligible. And on next week's episode, whichever one got the most votes is going to be the winner. And next week, I'm going to take whoever helped us pick the winner, who was in the winning category. I'm going to put all of your names in a hat, and one of you are actually going to get the T-shirt. So without further ado, I'm going to let you know what are your choices.
And these are all based on ridiculous things that Jordan says or things that we've talked about on the show.
So if you all watch Super Geeked Up, at least since I've joined Super Geeked Up, these will all make sense. If not, you need to go back and watch our previous episodes on YouTube, and they will 100% make sense, and you'll be all for it. So the first one is Team Inappropriate. Not surprising. The second is Bad Decision Tuesday, which honestly that's my favorite. And Welcome Back to Jordan's Food Coma, which I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but I've been eating Chinese food this week. It got delivered to me about 20 minutes before I started the show. So yes, again, your 3 choices are Team Inappropriate, Bad Decision Tuesday, and Welcome Back to Jordan's Food Coma. So again, tweet us at Super Geeked Up and at Jordan XX Noel. I can finally say it because I'm got this all out of my system. Tweet us in which one's your favorite, and next week we'll announce which one was the winner, and whoever voted in the winner, one of you will get one of the shirts.
Signed by Jordan.
Signed by Jordan. I'm going to sign it, and I'm really excited about this. And I'm going to wear it. I'm going to wear this shirt on the show, and probably going to wear it at some of our Comic-Cons.
Are you, and by the way, if anybody doesn't have earbuds in, could you put them in? I'm just getting a bit of an echo. Appreciate it. Are you going to... Probably you, right?
Yeah, but mine died, and I need to get new ones.
You're ridiculous. You're a host. You know better.
I do know better.
Are you saying you're going to wear the shirt, sweat all over it, and then send it to them, or are you going to send them a new shirt that you haven't
I'm
worn?
going to send them a new shirt, and I'm going to directly message you to find out what your size is, so you're not getting like this random size. So I will send you a direct message, the person that won.
You should still try and wear it, though.
Can I vote Sex Avengers?
Oh, we should make that a first choice, actually, right?
Right? Sex Avengers.
Okay.
I mean, come on now.
All right. You know what? We will add, a random fourth entry, Sex Avengers.
I already know what's going to win.
But yeah. I mean, I really like Bad Decision Tuesday, but I mean, I would definitely make Sex Avengers. I would definitely make that.
Oh my god, you would wear the shit out of that.
Well,
I would wear the shit out of it. I'd fuck in it.
All right.
I'm like, no, baby, we gotta leave the shirt on.
And then she's gonna send it to you folks.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not gonna be a hand signature. It's gonna be a DNA signature.
Whoa. All right. Well, there you go.
Thanks so much.
The signature will be in an interesting
Hold on
ink.
1 second. This is what I'm saying, that Jeff sets me up. That was...
No idea what you're talking about. All right.
And she's gonna have sex in it.
We're already getting answers, and this is great, folks. And if you've been watching our show, these sayings would make sense to you because they're things Jordan does, and they're ridiculous.
Like I said, go back if you haven't seen previous episodes where I've been on SGU. Please go back and watch them because they're absolutely hilarious, and these will completely make sense. Jeff and me talked about these for an hour after the show last week because there was so many slogans it could have been. I really wanted to make something about my boobs in there. I got vetoed on that one.
Enough about that. I don't want to. Who wants to know about your boobs? All right. Let's see here. Let me. By the way, Necrodia says, "Hey, he's finally here watching. Thank you, sir." Here, I guess I'll just share a couple already. Bring in the game. Who's going to be our guest next week? Says Team Inappropriate because I'm on that team. There you go.
Are you on my team? Because that's my team.
Yeah, we actually got a few choices for Team Inappropriate already. To be honest with you.
Oh, I'm so excited. Well, everybody, you
play yet.
You got a week to tweet in, so make sure.
Oh, so Bring in the Game says, can she vote twice if she uses two different Twitter accounts? Because she has a personal one, she has their show one. I don't know. What do you think?
You can, but it doesn't add anything to the entry. I'm only going.
Right. So it would just be for fun.
I'm only going to put you in once, just because it's not fair to throw you in twice.
All right, there you go. But you can still vote.
So I'll let your vote count twice, but for the contest, I have to.
Okay. No, she wanted to know. I think her vote counted twice. That's what she wanted to know.
I'll do that. Okay, I'll let that one, just not the contest.
All right, great. Fair enough. Chris Hadley also says, "Hey guys, just got here. Waves, thank you. Chris is another awesome supporter of web series. Thank you, Chris, for watching." All right. Well, lots of tweets. Lots of tweets already.
Oh, I'm so excited! But just make sure that you're tagging me and Super Geeked Up because
they do. They're tagging both. They're doing a good job, even though your phone fucking Twitter name. So, Dale says, "Sell the sexed up Sex Avengers shirt for real. It'll make heavy money." Dude, it will. We gotta copyright that immediately.
All right, you know what? Fine. You know what? That's not even in the contest. That's just already won. Okay.
That'll be a separate thing. That'll be a separate thing.
Separate thing. I will actually have that shirt made. That'll still win. It's just that's not a part of the contest that already I guess won. It's just one. So that's gonna be its whole separate thing, and we'll make that into a shirt. That'll be a real thing.
Well, that's gonna help Geekery. That'll help Geekery and Vogue. She just tweeted in Sex Avengers or Bad Decision Tuesday. How does one choose between the two? Now you don't have to because Sex Avengers is its own thing.
Yeah, because honestly, that's not even a fair choice. Because personally, I want to go out and make that right now. I'm the original Sex Avenger. I'm the original Sex Avenger.
You're the founding member.
I am the founding member. I'm gonna get so many applications online to join my Sex Avenger.
Oh my God, you totally would. I gotta go freaking register sexavengers.com right after this.
You do. I'm not even kidding. Please do.
I actually want to see if it's already taken. I'm very curious about that. So, nobody freaking steal it right now if you're watching, goddammit. All right, so let's see here. All right, that's it. Yes, keep tweeting in. What do we basically that whole week though to vote, right?
So
if you're watching live,
so it's gonna end next Wednesday, probably at noon.
And we'll announce the winners on the show next week, right? Yeah. Cool. All right, there you go. Great. Cool. One last segment we're going to do, superhero tweets. But first, if you're watching the recorded version or listening to the podcast, we're going to take one last commercial break, and we'll see you back right after this. Everybody, welcome back to the Sex Avengers episode of Super Geeked Up. I hope you've been having fun with us. With our special guest, the original founding member, Jordan Noel.
Yay!
All right, we're going to play Superhero Tweets, a game I totally did not prepare for, so it'll be great. So how we play this, now, I will tell you how we play it. So usually what we do is we come up with a topic or a question, and then we come up with a bunch of fictional characters, and we say, what would these characters tweet about this particular topic? Like we've done, what would people tweet on a blind date or something like that. Now, this time I made it a little different. These aren't really tweets. The question is, what would these characters say in a wedding toast? I was actually watching the other day, it was on TV, and I've never seen a Ghost of Girlfriend Past, which I actually enjoyed quite a bit. I enjoy romantic comedy. So anyway, they were doing a wedding toast in it, so I got this idea to do this thing.
Hey,
so
by the way, Sex Avengers is not a thing. I did
it's not taken?
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's not taken. It's a real. It's still out there for me to grab because I'm the original fucking Sex Avenger.
So we have 4 characters here. Jordan, maybe just turn your volume down a little if you can, because I'm getting an echo. Thank you. And I want you guys to tell me, what do you think these characters would say in a wedding toast? It doesn't have to be a tweet. It doesn't have to be 140 characters, all right? And you don't have to don't go on forever about a real wedding toast. You know, keep them fairly short. But so we're going to start off with our good buddy we've been talking about all show, Kylo Ren.
Oh my god!
Because he would obviously be a fantastic best man to make a toast.
He's in the Sex Avengers.
What would Kylo Ren say in a wedding toast? Anybody got something?
He would probably say something real heartfelt and caring, and then he and his buddy Bane would just stare at each other, and they're the only two that understand what each other is saying.
So Bane is also at this wedding, is what you're saying?
Yes. They came together.
Oh, okay.
They order each other. The mask date. So anyone with a mask becomes.
He'd be very moody about it. He'd be like, "Thanks for inviting me. I'll invite you to mine and Jordan's wedding, I guess, because she's gonna make me."
Will you eat that cake? I will finish.
Yeah, I think he would be. Of course, you're already getting married.
Luckily, her dad's gonna be there, so he can walk her down the aisle because my dad's not gonna be there. Sorry, Dad.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think it would be something like that. He'd be very depressed about it.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have anything?
I think he'd be pretty bitter about it. He'd be like, "Congratulations to the bride and groom. You know, may you love each other the way my parents didn't love me."
I hope you kill each other on your wedding night. Or if not, I'll do it for you. All right.
Oh, jeez.
So our next character would be, and tweet it, folks, if you're watching. Here, I'm going to give you all the characters right away so you can start tweeting in. We did Kylo Ren, but you can still tweet those in. Tony Stark will be the next one, then Severus Snape, and then Sarah Connor. So obviously I chose all characters who would make great wedding toasts.
I feel like Iron Man would be the best. I actually would love to hear him do it.
Okay, well, so we're going to go to Tony Stark right now. Anybody have anything that you think Tony Stark would say in a wedding toast?
I guess the real
Just
question.
imagine that it's mine and Kylo Ren's wedding.
Jeez.
Just to give you something to base.
No, I think he would say, "I hope you guys have a wonderful wedding. You have an awesome bride. I should know because I had sex with her last night, and hope you have a good time tonight."
See, it would be something like a backhanded compliment, or he would make it all about himself.
That's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's 100%.
Congratulations. You know, I'm going to go back to sleeping with a lot of supermodels and keeping Pepper on the side, but, you know, you do you. I'm just going to go back to my multi-billion-dollar mansion and, you know.
Yeah.
Do you. Do you, boo. I just like that. That was great.
You do you. That was good.
Do you.
All right, let's go on to Professor Snape.
Oh, jeez.
I got nothing.
Yeah, that one's rough. So I don't know.
Nothing on Snape?
If it's like Harry Potter or if it's like Ron Weasley and like Hermione Granger, he'd be like, well, at least one of you paid attention in class. Just something like
Or
sarcastic.
commenting on their eyes. You have your mother's eyes over and over. Like, all right, I get it. Snape, I got it. I look like my mom. Thanks.
To true love of one-way, unrequited, year-long obsession that just leaves you hollow inside and
Oh,
doing potions.
always.
I could never get married because Lily didn't love me.
Oh, jeez. So depressing. Oh, my God.
He'd be so depressing.
Kylo. Oh, man.
So we got some tweets about Kylo Ren. So here's what people think Kylo Ren would say. At Timekeeper Show says he would get stage fright and then sulk while hacking apart the wedding cake in a lightsaber frenzy.
Oh, that's good.
Are you sure you're not talking about Kylo Ren again?
No, he's talking. These are Kylo Ren ones. I'm just getting to these. These are Kylo Ren tweets. And another Kylo Ren from her at her weirdness says, "Quote: I don't know why I'm here, but thanks for the food, suckers." Very Kylo Ren-esque.
Suckers.
Tammy Anderson. Oh, I'm glad you're watching, Tammy. At Saber Pink T says, I agree with Jeff. Tony would mention how he had carnal knowledge of the bride. Sarah Connor. Oh, we're going to move on to that one next. But Geekery Invoke says, Sarah Connor, congratulations to you both. May your future be bright since I stopped the robot apocalypse. You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or how about your future be bright because I couldn't stop Skynet?
Yeah, enjoy the honeymoon because it's going to end in 2 years when Judgment Day comes.
Yes.
I hope it's as good as having sex with a time-traveling freedom fighter from the future.
I don't know. He didn't make it to the Sex Avengers.
Oh.
He doesn't make the Sex Avengers, or he does?
Poor Kyle Reese.
I think Kyle Reese should be in the Sex Avengers.
No.
You haven't seen the Terminator even, have you?
The original ones I have.
Oh, you have? Okay, good.
When I was like super young and I didn't really enjoy them that much, and he doesn't have long hair, he doesn't fit the description. No, he can't be in it.
All right. At her weirdness says for Tony Stark, thanks for the great spread. Leftovers are everyone. Does that mean leftovers for everyone? Leftovers are everyone? Are we eating people?
You are all leftovers.
Cannibalism. Yum.
Well, that could make sense. Like all the girls that are leftovers after he sleeps with them and tosses them aside.
There you go.
Like your wife is my leftovers.
At Failheart for Snape, which one of you stole my recipe for liquid lock? No way she picked you of all people. Oh, with Snape with the burn.
So good.
That's really good. Good job.
Burn.
Snape getting clever there.
Damn.
I think that would be either if Harry or Ron were getting married, he would give that burn to them if he wasn't dead already, of course, in the series.
Spoiler alert.
Out.
All right, come on. I know. I think Harry Potter's been out long enough at this point, right, though?
Yeah, if you don't know now, it's just... Yeah.
Oh, and Necrodius thinks he should be an honorary member of the Sex Avengers because he's so amazing. That's what I'm assuming he's talking about. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, sir. All right, there you go. And I guess we went through them all. Oh, and Sasha is laughing her ass off at her leftovers are for everyone because that was a typo, apparently.
Oh.
All right.
Sure.
Sure it was. Oh, and Kate at Trick 1000 says, late but here. Well, Kate, you made it right for the end, and I showed off your awesome Millennium Falcon keychain earlier that you sent me. Thank you very much, Kate. There you go. All right.
I also like Star Wars.
So Jordan is fishing for you now. So Star Wars is what's happening. Well, tough luck. She only sends it to me. Oh, Failheart says, no way Snape dies. What blasphemy are you spreading? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. That did not happen at all.
Actually,
He lives very happily. He reincarnates Lily, and they have a nice happily ever after marriage.
They live on a ranch.
Yep. They ride horses together.
Just together.
Nothing bad happens. Harry and Ginny come over, and they bring their kids for nice picnics.
Mm-hmm.
Nice time. Sasha says, Tony did that huge spread for Vanity Fair. I could actually see him doing that. All right, cool. There you go. That's superhero tweets. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tweeting all those awesome answers. that is pretty much going to wrap us up for tonight. Before we get on out of here, though, let's give some links out again. Francis, Josh, where can people check out your shows?
PointsOfInterestPodcast.com is where you can find all of our podcasts. You can also go to specific shows like BackWhenPodcast.com, SincereSarcasm.net for me. And yeah, did I miss out anything there, Josh?
You can find me at 303_ninja and all over the Points of Interest podcast network.
Awesome. And Francis, did you want to give out your personal Twitter as well?
Oh yeah, at @sortageek. That's me on Twitter. Come follow me. I say stuff occasionally. You know.
That's a great slogan. Come follow me. I say stuff occasionally.
Sure.
And Jordan, tell them one more time, what do they need to do? What's this contest? What do they need to do?
Okay, so if you are just tuning in, basically we have a contest going on right now where it is up to all of you to tweet in your favorite slogan for a new shirt. Basically, the 3 slogans are Bad Decision Tuesday, Welcome Back to Jordan's Food Coma. What was the first one?
Team Inappropriate.
Team Inappropriate. I'm like, crap, forgot it. So what you have to do to enter this contest is you need to tweet us in your favorite one of those, favorite slogan, basically. Tag at Super Geeked Up and tag at JordanXX Noel. So you need to tag us both in. The contest will be going until next Wednesday at noon. That's when the cutoff ends. And the winning group, whoever tweeted in the winning saying, you will all be entered into a competition to then win a signed shirt with the slogan on it, and I will direct message you and announce the winner next week. And I'm really, really excited about it, so I hope everybody gets involved. I really honestly want to know which one's your favorite because I'm so excited about it. And if you haven't watched the last few weeks of Super Geeked Up with me on it, go back, rewatch them, because all of those are things that have been said and had some funny significance. So go back, watch the older episodes on YouTube, and I'm really excited to see which one wins.
Awesome. And yeah, tweet your answers to both at Super Geeked Up and JordanXX Noel. You can use the hashtag SGU as well. But make sure you tweet to both to make sure your vote counts. And thank you guys for you already voted, which is awesome. That's cool. All right. I had something funny to say, and then now I just remember what I wanted to do. That wasn't funny, but Dipu, I'm sorry, Dipu, let's go over to you. Let's give out links there. I almost forgot about you. I'm sorry, sir. Let's
Poor Dipu.
I know, poor Dipu.
Admit that.
I can't. Yeah, I don't know why I admitted it, and I also don't know how to say his name. So, tell people again links for where they can check you out. All right.
All right, yes.
So you can find the Pantsless Detective at pantslessdetective.com. Also on Facebook, Pantsless Detective. On Twitter, we're at pantslessdet. My personal account is at the Dipu. Also on Instagram, we Pantsless Detective Show _, on Instagram. And stay tuned because within a few weeks we should be releasing our 3rd season. So
that's exciting.
I'm that close to finishing the editing on it. So
nice. Congrats, man. That's great.
Thanks.
You can follow us, of course, at Super Geeked Up, JordanXX Noel, like we just said. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/supergeekedup. That really helps us out. We actually just recently passed 3,000 subscribers, and we're almost at 700,000 views on our YouTube channel. So thank you, guys. We really appreciate that. So that's pretty much going to do it for us tonight. Of course, we'll be back next Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and we're going to announce the winners of the contest. So if you're an old school viewer of Super Geeked Up, you know what we used to do is, as an outro, is I used to say, and remember, stay, and then everybody on the show would say Super Geeked Up in unison, right? So I want to bring that back, but instead, this time, I want all of us to say, Sex Avengers Assemble. Okay.
All right.
All right. And so when I point like this, that's when we're all going to say it, okay?
All right.
And you can say it at home, and your neighbors will wonder what's going on. It'll be great.
Especially if you're listening to the recorded version of this and you're listening in your office. Say,
if you're in your office, scream it out loud as you can.
As loud as you can. Like, do it in a moaning voice. Moan it.
Right.
Are we doing that now? I hope not.
Jordan might moan it. I think the rest of us
I'm gonna moan.
Nobody wants to hear the rest of us moan it.
No.
Actually, Jordan, just wait. Give us a little taste of that. What would that be on your own? Yeah, see, now we put her on the spot. She can't do it.
Sex Avengers Assemble? Is that what you want me to moan out?
Yeah.
Or just me moan? I need to specific.
Yeah, no, you know what? Just make a sex tape. Let's just do that.
The Sex Avengers Assemble!
Okay, all right.
Good?
All right, yeah,
No?
that's good. That's enough. No, that's enough. Very good. Yeah, I'm all excited. All right. Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
I'm sold. I'm going to that movie.
Wow.
So anyway, all right. So now we're all gonna say it in unison. We're gonna yell it out like Captain America might. He wouldn't moan it probably. He would just say it in a very authoritative voice. All right. So ready? Everybody ready? So thank you for watching, folks. Really appreciate it. If you're watching live and you tweeted in, thank you so much. Remember, thank you at Failhard for tweeting in. She who's at Bring In the Game. Her and some other awesome peeps gamers are going to be on our show as guests next week, so tune into that. So anyway, tune in next week, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. We'll see you then. And remember...
Sex
Avengers Assemble! All right, see you next